Masquera saying Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel Zoom Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kanakariki kutanga kukweba nino channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kanojungwa gara subscribe, but don't forget to comment and share this video. Nasi Zimbabwe, tanigiranya buditswa the National Democratic Working Group, your party rutungamirwa na job seeker Babuda vachitaura ivo vachi they condemn my statements akabuditswa ne Zimbabwe National Army Commander Anselm Sanyatwe pavakabuda vachitaura ivo vachiti Zanu PF will lead this country since even if they lose my elections they will make sure kuti initiate inonzi command voting muri Zimbabwe. The NDWG group vabuda vachitaura vachiti his behavior and statements they oppose the constitutional responsibility. Sanyatwe is a threat to national peace and democracy in Zimbabwe. He should resign as the Zimbabwe Army General Abuda. By exendo yao Sanyatwe a threat to national peace. The National Democratic Working Group condemns statements made by Zimbabwe National Army Commander Anselm Sanyatwe that only Zanu PF will lead this country, even if they lose elections. And this behavior and statements are adverse to his constitutional responsibility. Sanyatwe is a threat to national peace and the democracy outlined in the Constitution of Zimbabwe. We call for his immediate resignation from ZNA. The military must stay away from partisan politics. The National Democratic Working Group iyo irutungamirwa na job seeker nuzvokusi yabuda ichikomenta zvakare on this issue yaraiswa ne the National Democratic Working Group iyo vatara ivo vachiti #Sanyatwe must resign NDWG. The job seeker led pressure group National Democratic Working Group says Zimbabwe Army Commander Lieutenant General Anselm Sanyatwe must resign after his unconstitutional and illegal remarks that Zanu PF will rule forever and the military will use command voting in the future elections. The NDWG said Sanyatwe a threat to national peace. The National Democratic Working Group condemns the statements made by the Zimbabwe National Army Commander Anselm Sanyatwe that only Zanu PF will lead this country, even if they lose elections. His behavior and statements are adverse to the constitutional responsibility. Sanyatwe is a threat to national peace and the democracy outlined in the Constitution of Zimbabwe. We call for his immediate resignation from ZNA. The military must stay away from the partisan politics. Buda vachitaura muri Zimbabwe tisingaziva tunoona sei nyaya iyi yabuditswa kuti Sanyatwe anofanira kuresigna nekuda kwekuti aratidza kuti he is aligned to Zanu PF chinzi the state security ne the military afanire kupindira mupolitics dzenyika. Tisingaziva kuti tunoona sei nyaya iyi kutaura kwatiri kuita mpofu vachadani mpofu lawyer Nelson Chamisa vakabuda vachidhimanda kuti withdraw statements avakameka. Advocate mpofu abuda achitaura iye achiti statements Sanyatwe anoviolate the Zimbabwe's national constitution, the Defense Act and the Electoral Act. Mpofu vabuda vachiteta zvakare vachiti Sanyatwe vakafaila to retract his statements within 7 days after receiving the letter. He is going to pursue legal remedies as provided by the law. Vabuda advocate mpofu vanyora vachitaura vachiti say it has come to my attention that you have been recorded addressing a gathering of multitudes in the following manner. Per my transaction, Zanu PF shall rule until donkeys grow horns. Whatever your stated and expressed wishes, I am now speaking as the commander of the army. We shall use what is called command voting. Do we understand each other? Forward with Zanu PF, forward with PF, forward with ED Mnangagwa, down with the enemy. I consider the above statement to be a violation of Section 2082 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, in that you as a member of a security service, the Zimbabwe National Army, A, in uttering such statements in a public gathering, acted in a partisan manner, B, furthered the interests of a political party, Zanu-PF, C, prejudiced the lawful interest of a legitimate political cause, opposition to Zanu-PF, going so far as viewing your own people who depend on you for your protection as enemies. 2. Section 155 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe and the Electoral Act, Chapter 2:18, by threatening to rig elections in favor of Zanu-PF and against the opposition. 3. The first schedule to the Defense Act, Chapter 11:02, in that your conduct in uttering the above statements was unbecoming of an officer and a gentleman, as it amounted to willful and wanton violation of the Constitution and the laws of Zimbabwe. Say, I therefore write to demand, as I now do, that you unreservedly withdraw your above statements within 7 days of your receipt of this letter. Failing, I shall take steps to ensure that appropriate remedies under the law are put in motion. Susan Mtami akabuda Zakari achitaura pamusoro penyaya iyi, ataura iye achiitishiwa zepi kuti zeteni yakazobuda pachena muri Zimbabwe. Ichitaura iye achiti no one will be president without their approval, so it's only a Zanu-PF leader who will take over. Akataura iye achiti the only person anokwanisa kulead the opposition is Honorable Kasukuwere Chinzi, nekuda kwekuti ane ma-insiders ake ari mukati. Akabuda achitaura zvakare achiti even muma Western countries the military ndo inopa vanhu power. Chinzi munhu wese ari kufunga kuti Nelson Chamisa achawanika achitora chisimba hanzi aiwa kunyepa. Nelson Chamisa asi kuzofa akatora chigaro pasina approval the Zimbabwe National Army. Akabuda kune X endo akataura achiti I'm happy ZNA is now out of closet and they have said what I have been telling you all along, that no one will be president of Zimbabwe without their approval, and only a Zanu-PF official leader will take over. In this case, Honorable Kasukuwere. In Western countries, the security services decide who rules their countries and who doesn't, as much as people vote. Every country has got interests to protect, and the military will never give power to people that flip-flop and fail a basic security check. Most of you might not know this, but there is no opposition politics in Zimbabwe. Everyone is compromised from Nelson Chamisa himself. Some of us know things that you don't. What hurts the most is that the people died for change and were made to believe that change was coming. It's high time everyone comes out clean, especially those purporting to be opposition leaders. J. Mafume, it's a matter of time before Zanu-PF takes over municipality councils. It has always been in the pipeline, and the military has always failed. You guys have failed to manage the councils for years. Those are about story. Susan Mtami achiedera panyaya iyoyi yakataurwa nava Anselm Sanyatwe. Tisingazodinona sei nyaya iyi tiudzeuza muri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section. Kwa Sanyatwe vari kufanira kuresign here kana kuti tiudzeuza muri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section.